up, fellow Toastmasters? This is Lisa Raymond from WeSERV Speakers, and what I want to show you today is how the online or on-demand TLI for District 3 works. Now, TLI is Toastmasters Leadership Institute. This is how we train our club officers twice a year, once in the summer, once in the winter. District 3 is our district here in Arizona, and we have to go to training this winter. It just started. I think the On-Demand opened in December 1st. We have until February 29th to get this done. I'm going to require you to get it done by the 27th of February, if we can, in 2024, because everything has to be reported in to Toastmasters International. Everybody waits usually until the last minute. That means you have millions of people literally trying to report at the same time what happened with their clubs. So if we can get that done before the end of February, I would greatly appreciate you to know in. So let me go ahead and show you then how this works and what you're going to need. Now, one piece of information you're going to need right away is your member number. Your member number you find when you log in to Toastmasters.org. You'll come to My Home. Now, let me log out. This looks different than what we've seen in the past. They've created a new interface or a new look for logging in. So I want to show you what that looks like very quickly. It looks like it's running through something for Microsoft. So there's a whole different screen that we see now. That's okay. It's still the same login. It's still your same information that you have. I use a password manager to manage mine. I've done videos about that. Go grab my YouTube channel for that explanation there. I'm going to go ahead and log in. And again, it'll take you to toastmasters.org/myhome. In this case, my home for me because I'm logging in. Once it resolves, I'll show you exactly where your membership number is. You will need this for the on-demand TLI that we have in Arizona. So I recommend copying it and pasting it to a document, whether you have a Microsoft document, a notepad, something. So that way you can refer back to it as you go through your training. This is your member number here. In my case, it's the PN, then the numbers. It'll also tell you when you joined Toastmasters. So I would, again, highlight this number, including the letters, and do a copy, then paste it to a digital document. And that will help you with that. Once you do that, you're going to start, and I'm going to flip screens and I'm going to share a different screen. So you're going to come to Toastmasters, or I'm sorry, aztoastmasters.org. Once you get to this website for Arizona, you are going to go to the events page, to officer training and TLI officer training. Then they also have on demand. So if you go to just the officer training, you can get there. You'll read about the information that you'll need for that, and they'll have the in-person dates. There's only one date open now, and that's Chandler. We just had our first and only in-person here in Phoenix. The second one and the last one for in-person is in Chandler in January. You can get to the on-demand from here with this link. You can also go to the officer training from events and then go down to on-demand training, and you'll still get to the same place. Now, with the on-demand training, again, you need your membership number. It'll tell you what you need. You need transformative leadership sessions, your nuts and bolts sessions. This is your club officer role. This is the first one you're going to be taking. And then a live interactive session for real-time engagement with other members of Arizona. Some of them may be outside Arizona, and that's okay. We offer that to people. So it's a great way to network and meet people from other districts, not just from Arizona. It's all on Zoom. I will say that. So I'll say this up front here, and then I'll reiterate it at the end. When you join on Zoom for that one live event, it runs for an hour. You will need to make sure when you log in with Zoom, your full name is showing in your Zoom panel for your camera. The reason for that is they're going to pull a report from Zoom after that event is over, and they're going to do a match. If you don't match, you don't get credit. If you match, you get credit, and so does our club. On this page, as you scroll down through the the information of how the on-demand is going to work, there is a registration form through Google. So you need a Gmail account in order to fill this out, okay, or a Google account. If you have Gmail, you have a Google account. When you click this, what I do to keep this open, I do a right click and open it in either a new tab or window. Now I have it open here, so I'm going to show you what this registration form looks like. It's going to ask for some information from you. Again, it's going to ask you to use your Google sign-in to save your progress. If you need assistance finding your membership number, you can use this YouTube link. It'll show you again, if you don't remember from this video, how to find your membership number at toastmasters.org. Okay, you should have that copied and pasted. If you forgot to do that, no problem. Right click on this link to open it in a new tab, and they'll show you very quickly how to find your membership number again. Okay, you need your email address that you use to become a member at Toastmasters. So the one you used on your membership application. Okay, you will need your first and last name. Here's where you put in your membership number, and there's the YouTube link again. Again, if you didn't get up the top, you still have another way to find your membership number. This, again, YouTube will show you how to find it if you didn't catch it at the beginning of this video. Which club officer role are you in? Now, they have one here that says not applicable. I call that future officers. Anyone can attend Toastmasters Leadership Institute or TLI. Only our current club officers can get credit for our club when they attend. So if you want to attend this and you're not an officer yet, great, go ahead, see what we have. Take a look at all the sessions that are there for learning for leadership this year and see what officer role you'd be interested in. You can go back and look at these videos all throughout until the end of February. That'll give you an idea of what the president does, the vice president of education. So if you're interested in one of these roles as we hold elections in April or May, you're already up to speed as to what that role will do, how it performs, and you can decide whether or not that's the role you want to pick. So either an officer role or just non-applicable because you're a future officer. It will ask you for our district number. And again, our district number is District 3. They do have a link to a PDF file to help you find it. Just remember, it's number 3. We were the 3rd district in the nation to launch Toastmasters back in 1935. So this is where that information comes in. Okay, so put a 3 here. Did you save this link to the training content website? If you didn't, again, right click, copy link address. Now this is on a PC computer. It may be different on a Mac, but this is where I got that from. Copy the link address or copy it this way and do a Control-C or a Command-C on your Mac. Make sure you click the radio button for yes. And then before you click on the submit button, please right-click on PC. I don't know how to do this on a Mac, and I apologize, folks, but on a PC, right-click, go to print, make sure your settings are set to a PDF and you've got all the pages. Okay, and then click save and choose a folder to put it in. Okay, that way, if something comes up after training is done and someone decides that you haven't done the training or didn't register, you can prove you've registered here. Once you're done, the page that you were just on in a new tab will actually fill in with the information now for the training. So let's go back there, and it looks like it did before, except now we see video and information about what we need to complete. So let's look at that. This is a welcome and the steps to complete from the TLI chair, Jill Kipney's. She's really knowledgeable on this, and she's put a lot of time and effort in with her team to get all this done. So first of all, thank you, Jill, for getting this done. On the right here is what we need to complete. First, we have to register. Okay, we've done that. If you've got this and you can see it now, you've registered. You need to watch one nuts and bolts video. Watch 2 leadership videos. attend one live Zoom session, and we'll go scroll down here in a minute to get that. Then you turn in or submit a completion form that's again going to use Google Forms, okay? If you have any questions, you can email the TLI chair here at this email address. I would recommend that you please copy the club president, the club vice president of education, which is me this year, and the club membership, vice president of membership. Keep them in the loop of what your questions are. That way, if these guys get so bogged down with so many requests for information or questions, your leadership in your club can help you get this done, or in our club then in this case can get this done, okay? These are the nuts and bolts sessions for the president, the vice president of education, vice president of membership, vice president of public relations, the treasurer, and the second sergeant at arms. You have to watch one of these, preferably the one that you're in currently. So in my case, I'm vice president of education this year, so I would watch this video. Now, they won't keep track of what you're doing. You have to do that yourself. So what I did is I opened up a Microsoft document to take notes. And that way, if I had questions, I could add the questions there. And then I can always email Chad Reed directly, or email Chad Reed and include the TLI chair, depending upon who can get back to me quicker with the question that I have about the video or about some of the content in the video. So you can do that as well. Below, and it says here too, before we go below, how many of these are required? There's only one here. On the transformative leadership sessions, you need 2, and it reminds you here that you need 2. And there are several to choose from on here. So I would pick 2. You can pick more than 2, honestly, but I would pick at least 2. They'll take about 30 to 35 minutes each video. This block is scheduled for 2 hours worth of training. I've watched 4 of these videos so far, and they were about on average 33, 35 minutes. So you'll probably need just an hour. The one thing I like about the on-demand, it's on our time. So when you have time that you can block, go ahead and watch the video. If you don't have time at that point, wait. It's okay. Just make sure you keep track of what you're doing and where you left off, so that way you can finish it and get it done on time. They have a lot. You may find some typos. Don't worry about that. We're all volunteers. And as volunteers, we're human. We make mistakes. It's okay and good to go. Once you pick those 2 and you've watched them again, make your notes. That way, if you have questions, then you can either email the TLI chair or the video presenters, in this case, Jill, for this one down here on transitioning and preparing for the next generation of leaders. You could email her directly and copy the TLI chair. And that way they can get back to you with an answer. Copy the 3 of us, so that way your president, vice president of education, or your vice president of membership can get back to you with questions, okay? The last one that we're going to do, or we're not going to take, is the live interactive session. And the reason I wanted to get this video done now, today is the 11th. The first session is Thursday, the 14th at 7 o'clock. These you cannot save to a calendar on your system. So you can't save it to your Outlook. You can't save it to your iCalendar, not yet. You can't save it to your Google Calendar. This is the Zoom registration link. Once you register for the session here, you will be able to save it then to your calendar. I would put a notification on it. You will get a Zoom link at that point to attend these sessions. After the session is over, this is where they're going to pull the report to do a match with your full name and how you registered for that event and how you did throughout all of TLI, and match it up with the completion form that I will show you here in a minute. When you join that Zoom training for one of these dates, and they go from the 14th of December through Thursday the 29th, most of them from about mid-February on are in the evening or early afternoon. I think there's only one are actually early afternoon. These are morning to evening, and these are morning to evening. So pick one that makes sense to you with your schedule. Once that's done, then you'll put out the completion form. But from here, this is where they make that match. So when you join on Zoom, please make sure you have your full name in the Zoom that you see on your screen, like you see mine here. That way they can make that match and you can get credit. And that also gives credit then to your club as well. The completion form is down here, and there's the Google link. So once you open that, I've already got it open. I'm going to shift to that screen here now. You're going to use this form with your Gmail address to complete it. Now, if you're like me and you have multiple Gmail addresses, you're going to have to switch. That's okay. That just happens. What it's going to tell you again is what you have to complete in order to turn this form in. Step one should be registering, which we already did. So watch one nuts and bolts video, probably of the role that you're already in. So if you're the secretary, that's the role. If you're a treasurer, that's the video you watch. The second step is to watch one leadership video. Just pick one, whatever looks interesting to you. And I'll tell you straight up, if you start a video and you don't think you like it, stop. Pick another video. You don't have to continue watching that one. You don't have to limit yourself to just two either. So if you get curious, you want to go through more of them, that's fine. That's what these are set up for, to be learning and resource material for us as we go through the sessions. We have to at least watch one. Then step three, watch another one. So you have to have two of those. Attend one live session on Zoom, and it runs for an hour. Then you turn in this form to complete your training. What we'll do, and in my case, I have to switch my Google account because I have several of them. It'll ask you again for your email that you used to sign up with at Toastmasters on your membership application. Your first and last name, there's that member number again. And if you forgot where it is, if you didn't save it like I recommended at the beginning, here's that YouTube video to go figure out how to log into toastmasters.org and find your membership number. After that, which club officer role did you pick? And again, if you're a future officer, you can pick non-applicable at this point because you're not an officer at this point in time. If you did, which club officer role are you in? Our district number, which again is District 3. Let's make sure that's there. There is a space there if you're coming from another district. So I'm aware that because this is publicly available as a video, there may be people watching this that are not from our district, and I'm okay with that. That's why some of my language is directed at my club and then in general. So in general, if you're coming to one of our TLI sessions from another district, you've obtained permission from both the program quality director of your district and of our district, then you would put in your district number here. And your, well, actually, no, I would put in the district number and then space, then the email address for your program quality director, or the email address and then off to the side, the district, but they'll find out the district number from the email address. So you put that there and that's fine. Which session did you view of the nuts and bolts? So click that one. The leadership video, the first one you watched, and there they are all there in a row, okay? Then the second leadership video that you watched, again, here you go. The live Zoom session that you attended, and there's all the dates right there. So you pick the date that you watched. So make sure that fills in. What did you learn from participating in this program? This is a required question. You can't fill this form in and send it without answering this. They want to know. After that, there's a thank you. There is a next button. Stop. Before you click this next button, especially if you're on a PC, please right-click to print and save the form on your computer in case you need to prove you were here. We had trouble with two members of our club last term in the summer of 2023 that attended TLI. One could prove that they were attending and had these forms saved on their computer. One did not. And it took an act of Congress basically to get them to finally realize, yes, this member attended. Yes, they're an officer. Here's the information. This just makes it easier for them to correlate their information. So that way, because again, people are human, we make mistakes. That way they can correlate that faster and you can get credit faster. That's really all this is for. So after that, you click next. It'll ask you to confirm information, send it in, and then you're good to go and you have attended. You should see that, or at least I should see that on the District 3 website. They'll put up a spreadsheet at some point and I can track progress to see if our members have completed, but it'll only show me if you've completed, if you've done all 5 steps. Just make sure you've done all those 5 steps and you're good to go. I hope this was helpful for you today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me. I'll make sure to put some contact information at the end or in the YouTube description, so that way you can email me or text me if you have any questions for that. Thanks again for watching today, and I'll see you back on our YouTube channel with another video very soon. Have a great day.